In this video we are checking what is output. Okay, now as you can see on the property panel we have something called as output. So whenever you are taking a render, all these properties are coming into picture. Okay, now you can see there is something called as format here. So if you check on the scene, you have one camera, right? So basically whatever camera you are using for the render, you can set the resolution of that camera. Now if I hit 0, you can see this part what I am going to render. Now if I want to tweak the resolution of this one, I can do it. Let me keep 1000. That time you can see it will be like 1000 width, 1080 height. Okay, if I want 1000 itself, I can keep it like that. Okay, so this is the resolution. And one more thing, you have the percentage. So you can control the amount of resolution using this percentage. So if you are keeping 50, then the resolution of the file, it will be 500 and 500 px. Okay, so that is the resolution. Fine. And you have the aspect ratio. For example, right now you can see the resolution of this one is 1000, right? And let me keep the percentage as 100, and aspect ratio I will keep it as 2. At that time you can see now the width become double. Okay, so you can see the y is same. Okay, and the width get doubled. So that is the aspect ratio. So you can tweak the resolution by using this aspect ratio as well. And we have something called as render region. What is this? I will show you. For that I will check this one, render region. Then I will go to view region. Then there is something called as render region. Okay, so you can click this one and I will select this particular part. Okay, then what I will do, I will go to render image. At that time you can see only this particular portion where I added, it is selected. Okay, and all other portion it is clipped. That is what the render region is, and I will keep the aspect ratio as 1 itself. Okay, and I will take the render again. Now you can see this particular part, it is removed. So the actual image size is this one, then this part is clipped and only this part I am getting. Okay, and one more thing, I have crop to render region. If I click this one, then if I render again, it is clipping the transparent part. Okay, so that part whatever we had, no, that transparent, it is clipped and I will get only this particular part. Okay, that is what render region and crop to render region. I will uncheck both. Okay, and I have something called as frame rate. Right now it is 20 fps. So this is like whenever you are taking a video or animation, at that time each second you will get 24 frames. So that is what you are adding here. So if you are keeping 60 fps, then the animation it will be smoother. Okay, and if you are keeping 24, then it won't be that smooth as 60. Okay, and these are on format, and I have frame range. So what is frame range? Right now you can see on the timeline I have 1 to 250 frames. So if you are taking the animation, then you will get 1 to 250 frames. So these frames you will get it. And if you are keeping the steps, right now it is 1. If I am keeping as 10, then what it means? So you will get the frames from 1, then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, like that. It will be a steps. Okay, so all total you will get almost 25 to 26 frames. So whenever you are testing your animation, at that time you can work on the steps. So you will get few frames from each places, then you can check whether the animation is good or not. Okay, and that is about frame range. And you have stereoscopy. What is this? Whenever you are working on the 3D output, at that time you can use this stereoscopy. And you have something called as output. So this output is mainly related to animation. And if you are taking a single frame render, like if you are taking image render, then this output doesn't matter. Okay, so this is not related to that single image, but this is matter to the animation. So you can give the folder here where you have to save. Then you have different file format. Basically these and all image type you can get it, and if you want the movie clip as a video, then you can go for this one, FFmpeg video. So then the rendered output, it will be a video. Otherwise you will get image sequence. Okay, and you have different color like black and white, RGB, RGBA. So RGBA, in a sense, it is red, green, blue and alpha. So you will get transparency also. So that is what, and you can give the color depth 8 or 16. At that time, if you are using 16, then whenever you are doing color grading and all, it will help more. And you have compression also. So right now it is 15%. So if you are giving the compression, at that time the image size, it will reduce and you will get the same quality. Okay, so it will try to compress. But the thing is, if you are giving the compression, then it will take a little bit more time to render. Okay, so that is about output. And you have a metadata in a sense, for each image or video that you are taking, it will include all these metadata like date, time, render time, frame and everything. So if you want to give any other host name and all, that you can give. Okay, and you have something called as note. So in note you can give any note, like for example, hi, hello, I will give. Okay, what will happen, let me check this one also, burn into image. At that time what will happen, let me show you. If I'm taking a single image render, then you can see it will give you some kind of watermark here. Okay, so this information, it is burnt with this image. You can see hi, hello. So whenever you are giving a sample to the client, you can add this type of mark. Okay, or you can mention what exactly it is. And we have post processing also. So basically this comes when you are doing compositing and all. Okay, so these are the main thing present in output.